It's payday. You open your bank app, $2,800 just hit your account. For 1 second, you feel okay. Then the math starts. Rent, car payment, electric, phone, insurance, groceries, gas. By Friday morning, that $2,800 is down to $137. And someone on the internet is telling you to invest. Invest what? You can barely keep the lights on. But what if I told you you already have the money? You're just giving it away to places that don't serve you. And today, that changes. Here's what you've been told your whole life. Investing is for rich people. You need thousands of dollars to start. You need to understand the stock market. You need a financial advisor. None of that is true anymore. Not even close. According to a Bankrate survey, 56% of Americans feel behind on retirement savings. And the number one reason they said they don't have enough money to invest. But here's what's actually happening. The average American spends $219 a month on subscription services alone. That's according to a West Monroe study, $219 a month. That's $2,628 a year, going to streaming, apps, memberships, and things you forgot you signed up for. You're not broke. You're just bleeding money in places you stopped paying attention to. And that's not your fault. Nobody taught you to look for those leaks. Nobody showed you what even a tiny amount of money could do if you pointed it somewhere smarter. Today, you're going to see the math. And it's going to change the way you think about every dollar you spend. So let's find your money. Not extra money, not a raise, not a side hustle. Money you're already spending. That isn't doing anything for you. Start with subscriptions. Open your bank statement right now. Count every recurring charge. Most people find between 3 and 7 subscriptions they forgot about. That streaming service you watched once, that fitness app you downloaded in January, that cloud storage upgrade you never needed. Those 3 things alone could be $30 a month. Now look at your daily spending. Do you buy coffee out? Even twice a week at $6, that's $48 a month. Do you grab lunch instead of packing it? 3 times a week at $12. That's $144 a month. Do you do impulse checkout buys online? A study by Slick Deals found the average American spends $276 a month on impulse purchases. $276. That's not your grocery bill. That's not your rent. That's money that left your account and gave you nothing lasting in return. You don't need to cut all of it. You just need to find $25 a week. That's $3.57 a day. Less than 1 coffee, less than 1 impulse buy. And here's what makes this different from a savings account. When you invest that $25 instead of saving it, your money starts working. It earns returns. Those returns earn returns. That's compound growth. Your money multiplies while you sleep. A savings account at most banks pays about 0.5% interest. That means your $25 a week would grow to roughly $13,200 in 10 years. But invested in a basic index fund, the math changes dramatically. Here's where it gets real. Let's do the math together. You invest $25 a week. That's $100 a month, $1,200 a year. You put it into a basic index fund. That's a fund that tracks the overall stock market. You don't pick stocks. You don't watch charts. You set it up once and it runs automatically. The average annual return of the stock market over the last 30 years is about 10%. That's according to data from the S&P 500 index. So let's see what happens. After year 1, you've put in $1,200. With 10% growth, your balance is about $1,260. Not life-changing yet, but you keep going. After year 2, you've put in $2,400 total, but your balance isn't $2,400. It's approximately $2,646. Your money is already earning money on top of itself. After year 3, you've contributed $3,600. Your balance is around $4,172. You've gained over $572 that you didn't earn at a job. After year 5, you've put in $6,000 total. Your balance is approximately $7,744. That's $1,744 in growth from doing absolutely nothing. Now here's where compound growth starts to get serious. After year 7, your contributions total $8,400. But your balance has grown to about $12,014. The growth is accelerating. The money you invested 3 years ago is now generating returns that generate their own returns. And after 10 years, you've contributed $12,000 total out of your pocket. But your account balance is approximately $18,295. That's over $6,295 your money earned on its own, from $25 a week, from one coffee you skipped, from one impulse buy you said no to. If you invest just $25 a week starting today, in 10 years you could have over $18,000 from money you currently spend without even noticing. And if you start at 25 and keep going until you're 55, that same $25 a week becomes approximately $188,000. Not from a raise, not from a windfall, from $3.57 a day that you redirected. Now you might be wondering, if investing is this accessible, why doesn't everyone do it? Because the system doesn't make money when you invest. It makes money when you spend. Think about how your phone works. Every app, every social media feed, every notification is designed to get you to buy something. According to a report from the American Psychological Association, the average person sees between 4,000 and 10,000 ads per day. 10,000 ads, all telling you that happiness is one purchase away. Credit card companies profit when you carry a balance. The average credit card interest rate is now over 24%. That means for every $1,000 you owe, you're paying $240 a year just for the privilege of owing it. Retail stores engineer checkout lines to trigger impulse buys. Those $5 and $10 items by the register, they account for billions in revenue industry-wide. Food delivery apps charge 15% to 30% markups on the same meal you could make for a third of the price. The entire consumer economy is built on one principle: keep you spending every dollar the moment it hits your account. Nobody profits when you invest $25 a week into an index fund. No company gets a commission, no algorithm gets rewarded, no ad was served. That's exactly why nobody is teaching you this. The system doesn't benefit from your wealth. It benefits from your spending. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. The biggest objection you probably have right now is risk. You're thinking, I can barely afford rent. I can't afford to lose money in the stock market. And that's a fair concern. Let's address it honestly. Yes, the stock market goes down. In 2008, it dropped about 38%. In 2020, it dropped 34% in 1 month. Those numbers are scary, but here's what nobody tells you. Every single time, it came back, and it came back higher. If you had invested $100 a month starting in January 2008, right before the worst crash in modern history, by 2023, your account would be worth over $35,000. You would have put in $18,000. The market gave you $17,000 on top. Through the crash, through the pandemic, through everything. The risk of investing is real, but the risk of not investing is bigger. Inflation alone eats about 3% of your money's value every year. That means $10,000 sitting in a checking account today will only buy $7,400 worth of stuff in 10 years. You're losing money by doing nothing. So here are your 3 steps. Step 1. Audit your subscriptions this week. Cancel at least 2 you forgot about. Step 2. Open a free investing account with any major brokerage. Most let you start with as little as $1. No minimum, no fee. Step 3. Set up an automatic weekly transfer of $25 into a basic index fund. Automatic. So you never have to think about it. You never have to remember. It just happens. Like rent, like your phone bill, except this one pays you back. 2 people, same job, same $45,000 salary, same city, same rent, same bills. Person A does what most people do. She spends every dollar as it comes in. Coffee runs, subscriptions she forgot about, impulse buys that feel small but add up. She saves nothing. She invests nothing. After 10 years, Person A has a closet full of stuff she doesn't use and $800 in her savings account. She's one emergency away from debt, one job loss away from crisis. She's 35 years old and starting from zero. Person B earns the exact same salary, pays the same rent, has the same bills. But Person B did one thing differently. She found $25 a week in her spending and redirected it into a basic index fund. She didn't earn more. She didn't get a side hustle. She just moved money she was already losing. After 10 years, Person B has over $18,000 in investments, growing, compounding, working for her even on days she doesn't work. But here's the part that matters most. Person B also changed how she thinks about money. She stopped seeing herself as someone who can't invest. She started seeing herself as someone who builds, someone who has a plan. And that shift, that identity shift, changed every financial decision she made after. She negotiated her salary. She avoided high-interest debt. She started an emergency fund, all because she started with $25. Same paycheck, same city, same bills, completely different future. You are not someone who can't invest. You never were. You were just someone who was never shown how. The system kept you spending. The ads kept you consuming. And nobody sat you down and said, hey, $25 a week could change your entire life. This is not your fault. Nobody taught you this. But starting today, and knowing changes everything. You're not behind. You're just getting started. And that start is $25 this week.